Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder released twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. Easy me to see, that's a joke. For an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, we're still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15 like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Rumble stock skyrocketing to the moon after a recent investment, and seems like freedom of speech is secured. The only relatively large streaming platform that actually doesn't censor you left and right, which is why it takes me about double the effort, but I don't just post on the YouTube, I also post to Rumble every single business day. Well, every single weekday, to be frank, because days off, who needs those? Now, before we dive into the article, let's go and look at their stock. And again, hindsight is always 2020, not financial advice. Wish I bought more way back in the day. Now, granted, by the time this video is rendered and uploaded, price will be different because the stock market does the stock market does, but currently trading for $16.27 per share, and in the past year, it's increased 225.4%, with, an overwhelming majority of that being short term. I can see it skyrocketing way up recently. Now, year to date, it's up 274%. Past 6 months, 191%. Past month, you start to see how it started to zoom in a little bit more, see how much it increased recently. And then last week it went up 117.22%. Now, that being said, their finances, hopefully they get their sales increased soon. Their revenue's up 39.34%, but still, compared to the Google, it's nothing. Now, that being said, they're growing pretty well, so I'm hoping someday they'll be more of a rival. But that being said, last quarter, the revenue was $25.06 million. Now, yes, it is increasing thanks to people buying Rumble ads, as well as Rumble Cloud, which probably say Topping Technologies or VAR to help migrate your business to Rumble Cloud. But yeah, they need that to increase. But again, quarter-over-quarter percentage is up by 39.34%. And operating expenses did go up by 10%. So, and net profit margin up 21%. So again, they're moving in the right direction. So that's the good news. Now, that being said, why did this realistically happen? Well, because the recent income, or rather the recent partnership with another investor. Now, this comes to us thanks to Yahoo Finance, specifically Keith Noonan, who's right over there, and Motley Fool, saying, quote, "Why did Rumble stock skyrocket?" Now, diving into the article, they say, quote, "Rumble stock is continuing to skyrocket higher on the news that a company is set to receive $775 million in investment from Tether, the company behind the Tether stablecoin cryptocurrency," which, that is a godsend or a miracle, whatever vernacular you prefer. Because, they needed this. Because, again, if you are someone like me who likes to kind of dive into the details, join quarterly calls, or just look at the statements like business put it out every fiscal quarter, they had about 3 fiscal quarters left until the cash ran out, at which other point they need to raise other funds, or maybe the founder, Chris, would put more money in the company. But they really did need some further investment to increase their runway, so to say. Now, they know that the news has turned Rumble stock into a hot meme stock, as its share price is surging in conjunction with investors piling in, hoping to score speculative gains. They note that they claim that Rumble has achieved meme stock status. They announced they'll be selling, quite a little bit of stock being sold to Tether, $775 million worth of new stock at the price of $7.50 per share as part of the investment deal between the two companies. Rumble used $250 million of the proceeds from the stock sale to fund its business operations and growth initiatives, which, again, $250 million, that gives you a long runway so you can realistically compete both in advertising as well as cloud presence, going up against the big dogs like, when it comes to enterprise cloud, the really big ones is AWS, also known as Amazon Web Services. You have Microsoft Cloud, because pretty much every company has some Microsoft one section or another. And then you have a little G Cloud or Google Cloud. So those overwhelmingly have a vast majority of the market share. You have a little bit of Oracle thrown in there to spice things up for the people who want to consolidate their CRM and their operations like that. But in terms of cloud storage, those are realistically the ones that have pretty much overwhelming majority of the market. And if you want to start chiseling away at that, as well as get more, ad sales, you need to have more of investment. And I think they're going to have to hire some more employees but again, it sounds like they're going in the right direction. They note that the streaming specialist intends to use 525 million from its stock sale to buy back shares from other large shareholders at a price of $7.50 per share. While the deal is poised to give Rumble a much-needed cash injection, meme stock momentum appears to be playing a bigger role than fundamentals when it comes to the company's recent valuation gains. The deal is effectively turned Rumble into a speculative cryptocurrency adjacent play, and some investors are betting that the new dynamic can pave way for more explosive gains. Now they say that what's next for Rumble? With a tethered deal, trading for Rumble stock has become completely divorced from the company's fundamentals. Investors are getting excited about a variety of potential scenarios that could see Tether provide continued financial support for the business or guide Rumble into a more crypto-focused platform, which, I don't know about that. We'll see. The rise in conjunction with the cryptocurrency space has some investors feeling very bullish, and it's possible that the sentiment could power more big gains for the stock in the near term. They know that prior to the Tether announcement, Rumble announced it was looking to make Bitcoin investments as a substantial part of its balance sheet. So I still think the company is going to look for more enterprise business in terms of, again, trying to sell ads in cloud space for their growth. And again, right now, they're pretty much the only realistic competitor to the YouTube when it comes to video streaming. And the features are getting better and better every day, not just, from an end user perspective when people are using the Rumble app, but for creators as well. They've made it a little bit easier to upload. I mean, in terms of uploading, it's actually easier than YouTube. It's about half the steps. You can upload content to Rumble much more rapidly than going through the whole YouTube process. Now, that being said, the biggest issue is the high overwhelming majority of users all use YouTube. More and more people are learning about Rumble. But again, you have to educate them. Then they have to adapt the technology, download the app. It's a monumentous thing when it comes to changing people's habits and getting the end user to try something else, especially when so many people have the default of the YouTube for the streaming services. So I think this is great news. I don't know. I'm very hesitant when it comes to all the crypto stuff in terms of, will this help the company bolster their new value to the consumers? How will it integrate? I mean, they have a Rumble store. You can buy like their swag and cool knickknacks, and some of the creators have their stores integrated into the platform as well. So maybe they're speculating, well, they can have that be the new default platform, the current. It'll be interesting to see where they want to go. But realistically, in terms of how the company will grow from a more traditional perspective, I think they'll continue to bolster their streaming services, their content quality, and I think, of course, as well, their cloud storage as well. But let me know your thoughts. Have you taken the time to invest in Rumble? Do you think they could ever overcome YouTube when it comes to market share and in terms of quality? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.